delegation of authority. The manager cannot do all of the tasks that have been assigned to him. To achieve the objectives, management should delegate authority. Through delegation of authority, the subordinate receives a share of the power and authority. By delegating, you give someone else the authority to carry out your behalf. So, it means, dili tanang trabaho is kaya ni manager nga siya ra isa to achieve o the objectives sa company. Need niya mag-delegate sa authority o maghatag og responsibility sa iyang mga subordinates. So, delegation is the assignment of authority to another person, normally from a manager to a subordinate, to carry out specific activities. It is the process of distributing an entrusting work to another person. Delegation is one of the core concepts of management leadership. So, for example, is if the manager has a lot of reports to do, he or she need to pass, pwede niya ipabuhat ang uban sa iyang assistant and give her or she the authority to collect ug maghimo sa report draft. In this way, dili na kailangan mo ni manager ang tanang trabaho nga siya ray isa. So, there are 3 elements of delegation. So, the first one is authority. Authority in context of a business organization authority can be defined as the power and right of a person to use and allocate the resources efficiently, to take decisions and to give orders so as to achieve the organizational objectives. Authority must be well defined to everyone with authority should be aware of the limits of their power and avoid abusing it. So, sa authority is sa business organization, ang authority is the right and power to make decisions and give instructions para makatabang sa organization to achieve its goals, while using the power, responsibility, and within its limits. Responsibility. Taking responsibility is a top-down process. More responsibility rests with middle management and lower management. A task is accountable to the person assigned to it. If he completes the task given as expected, he will undoubtedly receive accolades, while he is also responsible if he fails to complete responsibilities set as expected. So, ang responsibility refers to the duty or obligation to a person para i-complete ang task na na-assign sa ilaha. So, in the organization, responsibility is passed down from higher levels of management. So, if na-assign na task sa employees or manager, kana nga person becomes accountable for completing it. So, if ang task nga ilang gibuhat is nahuman as their expectations, the person may receive a prize. And if the person is not completed properly, the person is also responsible para sa outcome. So, sa dali nga pagstorya, ang responsibility means being assigned to a task and being answerable for its results, whether successful or unsuccessful. The next one is accountability. Accountability means giving explanations for any variance in the actual performance from the expectations set. So, ang accountability is na po siya responsibility para i-explain ang the different result of the 3 works. So, dili siya pwede ipasa or i-delegate sa lain. Barriers to delegation. Although delegation seems like a straightforward procedure, there are really several obstacles that stand in the way of effective delegation. These difficulties may be grouped into 3 categories, which are discussed below. First one is on the part of the superior. So, managerial failure in delegation may result because of the following limitation. Resistance. A manager could be hesitant to provide power to others because he believes he complete the task more effectively himself. So, ang manager nga unwilling to delegate authority sa lain because the manager believes that she or he can perform the task better, fast, or more effectively than his on her subordinates. So, for example is, instead of assigning a report sa employee, mas gipili ni manager nga siya ra mismo ang magbuhat sa report because he or she thinks nga basin mali ang gihimo nga report sa employee. So next is lack of ability to plan and direct. Despite the manager's desires to delegate, obstacles to effect delegations arise from his inability to properly plan and deliver instructions to guide and subordinates. So, ang lack of ability to plan and direct is even a manager wants to delegate tasks, dili effective ang delegation if a manager is way proper plan sa work or give clear instructions sa mga subordinates. Kay kung wala man goy proper planning and direction is ma-confuse ang mga employee kung unsa ang buhaton or saon pagbuhat or unsang ang result nga gi-expect ni manager. So for example is nag-assign og project ang manager sa mga employee but wala niya gi-explain ang goals, deadlines, or procedures. So, ang result is the employee may make mistakes or fail to complete the task correctly. So, ang delegation can fail when a manager is unable to organize tasks properly and provide clear guidance to the employees. Lack of willingness to let go. Delegation is hampered by the urge to control others' work at every stage. Additionally, a manager can be concerned that his subordinate would surpass him if he is given the freedom to make judgments. So, delegation becomes difficult when a manager wants to control every part of the work and dili allow ang subordinates to make decisions on their own. So, for example is, if ang manager is nag-assign og buhatonon para sa mga trabahante, pero dapat i-check permi bisag gamay lang nga details og dili allow ang employee nga maghimo og decision nga siya ray makabalo og wala siya permission para mo decide ana. So lack of willingness to trust subordinates. So a relationship of trust between the superior and the subordinate is implied by delegation. The ability to delegate power is hindered by the superior's lack of faith in the subordinate's capability, reliability, and capacity. So, sa delegation, importante ang trust sa pamaagi sa superiors o subordinate. Because, kapag kulang ang tiwala ng superior sa kakayahan, pagiging maaasahan, at kapasidad ng subordinate, nagiging hadlang ito sa pagdelegate ng kapangyarihan o otoridad. Dahil dito, maaaring mag-atubili ang superior na magbigay ng responsibilidad at authority sa kanyang subordinates. Lack of controls. The superior must devise a way to verify that the authority is being utilized to carry out the assigned task while delegating it. So, kapag nagde-delegate ng authority ang superior o manager, kailangan may paraan siya para ma-monitor at ma-check kung ginagamit ng tama ang kapangyarihan o authority na ibinibigay sa subordinate para matapos ang mga assign na gawain. So for example, kung ang manager ay nagbigay ng authority sa isang empleyado para mag-approve ng mga request pero walang sistema para ma-review ang mga approvals na ginagawa nito, baka nagdadalawang isip ang manager na i-delegate ang authority dahil wala siyang kontrol sa paggamit nito. Second, on the part of the subordinates may avoid shouldering responsibilities even though there is no fault of the part of the superior. They may be reluctant to accept authority because of the following reasons. Subordinates may lack self-confidence because of the incompetence or fear of failure. B. Subordinates may fear criticism or may have been victims of undue criticism for committing mistakes in the past. C. Some people prefer to depend upon the boss for decision making. D. Subordinates may be unwilling to accept delegation where required information and facilities are not available or when effective communication is lacking. A. This may not be sufficient incentives for accepting additional responsibility. F. Subordinates will not accept delegation when they are already overworked or when they feel that delegation will merely increase burden on them. And the third one is on the part of the organization. The faults contributing to the weakness of delegation in practice may also lie with the organization. They may include the following. First is defective organization structure and non-clarity of authority-responsibility relationship. Inadequate planning, splintered authority, infringement of the principle of unity of command, lack of effective control. So, overcoming the barriers. Many of the obstacles of delegating have to do with people's behavioral characteristics. Human behavior has many distinct facets, including insecurity, aversion to risk, low self-esteem, and the difficulty to put one's trust in another to complete a task. So, overcoming the barriers to delegation means finding ways to overcome the challenges that prevent managers from assigning tasks and authority to their subordinates. So, many of these barriers are related to human behavioral and personal feelings. For example is the insecurity. A manager may feel unsure if others can do the job properly. So fear of risk. A manager may worry that mistakes will happen if tasks are delegated.